So back to Mos Def, where it's like you can't ask him questions like that.
Literally, like what I wrote down, like what I want to say about this was like I don't think there's a point in people trying to like argue with, not that they were directly arguing with Yasin Bey, but it's like, what is the point of trying to argue with someone like him about what hip hop is? Because clearly he knows.
Can we play it?
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
And just a preface for those who are listening who don't know what's going on. Mos Def was, Yasin Bey, he changed his name to be known as Yasin Bey.
Yeah.
He was on the cutting room floor with, her name is Rachel Omandi, excuse me. And this is the interview that you're about to listen to.
Thank you for that, Pierre.
Is Drake hip hop?
Why are you doing this to me?
See,
Drake is pop to me. In the sense, like, if I was in Target in Houston and I heard a Drake song, it feels like a lot of his music is compatible with shopping.
Yeah.
That's hate.
That's hate. That's my man, but that's hate.
Commercial music.
Or it's
Commercial music,
shopping with an edge in certain instances.
That's not
Fair. I like Drake's music, but I understand exactly what you're saying.
Of course, I mean,
It's commercial, entertaining, fun, good,
it's
formulaic music.
It's likable.
Likeable music, yeah.
It's likable. It's likable music.
That's why people were angry at him, Regi. Because I don't think they were necessarily upset with what he said, but how you were saying it. Mm-hmm. When they ask you if Drake is hip hop and you whisper to yourself in the mic, why are you doing this?
Oh no, definitely. It was a little belittling.
A little belittling,
yeah.
Right? Those type of sneak shots in there. And to him, he thinks again, hip hop he's going back to the pillars, like. But I think we can very well all agree that Drake is hip hop. Right? I don't think this is something we need to argue.
I'm trying to put myself in the position of somebody like a Mos Def.
That's why I'm like,
you get
I don't know.
I'm trying to put because Drake is pop.
Yeah,
Drake
and hip hop has become popular music.
Absolutely. So two things are working at the same time, right there.
Like he is a pop star,
but then also his biggest songs, for the most part, are more pop songs. So I could understand, like, I don't think that Mos Def is as in tune with the Drake catalog as somebody who actually is. So from what he probably sees and hears, it is pop because it's promoting the bottles and the clubs. Maybe he never heard an introspective Drake song.
I'm sure he has.
You know what I'm saying? So
because Drake literally does rap.
He does.
Yes,
he can. Like, and so, but if I'm Mos Def and Mos Def is not Drake's targeted audience, I could see in a position where he's like, all right, from what I know of him, of this megastar, pop is, and
all he hears of Drake, not all that he hears, but like his most popular songs, like the ones that have billions of views are I Need a One Dance. So like, imagine being Mos Def and like hearing that,
and thinking,
I'm not saying I agree
this is the biggest rapper ever. If I'm Mos Def, Hotline Bling, like I know, and Hotline, like. That's not hip. If I'm Mos Def, I'm not saying he's not.
Nah, I know what you mean.
Because it's almost like Drake has become a tree and he has different branches and he can, extend himself however he needs to be. We always say he's a chameleon. So I could imagine that somebody who's not as familiar, somebody who didn't grow up on it, like the people today, we have had the luxury of growing up with Drake. Mm-hmm. So when you grow up with anybody or anything, you're going to see it from the ground level until it's, full completion.
Yeah.
And
no more.
Somebody like a Mos Def, like I don't, you know what? You talk about being 30. I will tell you exactly how 30 feels. 30 feels like meeting new people and saying, hey, this is my favorite artist. And they're like, who is this nigga?
It depends on who you ask.
But then I'm like, wait, I thought he was still cool. Like, niggas don't even know who he is.
That's how you feel now?
Like, that's what 30 is.
Yeah. Okay.
So I can imagine what somebody like a Mos Def would feel like.
Who's like older.
Yeah. Because he didn't grow up with the music. That's not for him.
But it's crazy because like there are OGs that are Mos Def's age that fully embrace Drake as hip hop too. Yeah. And we've also seen that side. So that's where it's like, what do the OGs really feel?
That's my only beef about it, right? Whereas it's like, yo, it's okay for you to say he makes pop music. It's okay for you to say he makes R&B music. It's okay for you to say he makes reggae music, even though he don't. If what you're hearing doesn't sound like hip hop when you're hearing Drake, I can understand that. Just make sure that you also include that he is a lyricist. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Like, that's my only beef throughout all of this, I promise you. You can't just say that he's not hip-hop.